How you doing today, brother Cliff?
I guess I'm doing pretty good. Another exhilarating day in stupid ass black America.
I know. So what's happening in the news? It's so much going on. It's like every week we're constantly entertained.
Yeah, it never gets old, does it?
Never gets old. So what are some of the things we're going to be talking about today?
Well, one of the things I found interesting was Dr. Ben Carson, and I always wondered why did the Trump administration get him to head up housing and urban development? Now, in the past, certainly there have been a lot of black politicians, you name it, who have headed up that particular department.
Okay.
But they had somewhat of a background. They pulled this man, who's a neurosurgeon, one of the smartest men in the world from that standpoint.
Right.
But he has no, well, a few days ago, last week, I believe it was last Wednesday, he's proposing a rate hike for people who take subsidies on with that platform, welfare, and so forth.
Okay.
And knowing a little bit about Ben Carson, even before he got into this position, he's always had a point of, hey, look here, Negro, pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. I mean, hey, if I could do it, you can too.
Right.
And I think that's out of balance. But now I think I know why they picked him. Donald Trump has also signed an executive order to redo what he calls the welfare system and subsidies 2.0. So the two of them seem to be on track. But now I realize why they picked Mr. Carson.
So for the people who don't understand what a rate hike is, can you just simplify it? Because
well, if I remember the article correctly, there so much of the people on these programs, and when they qualify, they in general there's been a 30% component of what they make.
Okay.
With relationship to their income or whatever they have coming in relationship to the job they may have when they qualify on all of these programs.
Okay.
According to Mr. Carson, he wants to bump that up to 35%.
Okay.
And that could do a lot of damage. Now, again, of course, they always paint the black American face on these welfare, government handout programs, but we know that
the population,
white America is the number one recipient of these programs.
Exactly.
But the narrative is always with us.
Right. And to add to that, basically, for example, if you're on Section 8 and you're paying maybe $100 a month, there's a 35% increase, so you're not going to be paying $100 a month any longer.
Yeah, you're going to be
paying.
Going to increase now.
You're going to be paying a little bit more.
And according to the article, apparently this will allow some of the inspection officials of this program to better do their jobs when they're trying to assess these matters with people, and that may be code for just trying to get to the minorities on these programs and evict them off the program altogether. So,
but again, we all know it's more whites that are on welfare programs, so actually they're going to be affected more than African Americans. But you know, like in the news media, they try to always portray it like we are the only recipients. Our people are the only recipients of these welfare programs. You know, and to a large extent, black Americans are the recipients, but still, when it really comes down to the numbers, it's more whites that are on it than blacks. So let's move on to the next topic. Do you want to say anything else concerning Ben Carson?
No. He's going to be ridiculous. This is maybe the tip of the iceberg for his, the $30-something thousand he bought in flatware,
furniture or something like that.
Well, flatware. I think it was table, plates and silverware and whatever. Maybe I don't know if furniture was thrown in, but anyway, that's the least of the ridiculousness he's probably going to be involved in over this during this Trump administration.
Okay, we're not even going to worry about him.
He's,
So the next thing that was heavy in the news was the Waffle House hero,
Oh,
the
yeah.
hero, the guy. This is the black guy who actually stopped the shooter. So
Yeah,
apparently he had decided to raise some funds uh, towards, I guess, his daughter's college fund. Really, that was the initial idea, and I guess his end goal was around $15,000, but he ended up raising about 165. So, out of goodwill, he said he's going to pay for the funeral for the victims
well,
at,
that's
at,
wonderful.
at
That's
that
awesome.
Waffle House shooting. So this guy is really turning out to be the kind of representation that we Black Americans, African Americans should look forward to. That's the way we should be. We should be, first of all, if we having to deal with like a mass shooter, nobody said just jump in there and get yourself killed. But be cautious and try to always think about, well, if this is going to be my last day, what can I do to
Hmm.
save my life or save others? And
Yeah,
this is
he's definitely a hero, no doubt.
Yeah,
But if what you're saying is the case, I take it you got that from an article or something. But
right.
that's wonderful. That's awesome that he would want to do that. It maybe send it as you were saying that. Well, that's sending a signal of, yeah, we can take care of our own. We certainly see
Right.
this done with other ethnic groups around the country when something
Exactly.
happens to one of them. That story, the imagery, once again,
Right.
with the shooter, when they caught him a mile or something away from the Waffle House in the woods and everything, and I couldn't help but think, my God, what does it take to shoot a white man in America?
I'm telling you.
I mean, they apprehended him,
Right.
and then the furiousness, the unbelievable backdrop when
Mhm.
we find out about the shooter
Right.
and his being
He had a gun.
accosted
He had a gun on
at
him.
a Trump rally
Right.
where he broke some tape and they arrested him for that. Apparently, the young man has a rap sheet a mile long
Right.
on things he was doing that would suggest he's not mentally all wrapped up together. And I've heard reports where authorities actually gave the guns back that they found in some other issues he was involved in over the last few years.
Right.
They gave it back to him and his father. I don't think I need to say to anybody watching this video,
Right.
if that was a black guy, my son, what do you think?
Man,
If
trust
a
me.
black guy broke some tape at a Trump rally trying to get to a president of the United
If
States,
he had a gun on him, he
if
would
they
have
didn't
been.
probably shoot him,
Yes. He
I
would
think
have.
the last thing
He would have been in
you
jail
can
forever.
pretty much damn guarantee at the very least they would be keeping an eye on this guy. So if he
Right.
did anything out of the ordinary,
Right.
he's in jail.
Exactly.
This guy has a rap
And
sheet a mile long.
Speaking about the president, there is an uproar with the people who protested over the past few weeks that the president didn't come out to even at least make a statement towards this Waffle House.
Mm-hmm.
On both ways, he didn't make a statement to he didn't make a statement to congratulate or even kind of show some sort of encouragement to the hero.
Mm-hmm.
He did not make a statement at all, even concerning the guy who killed those people. He didn't make a statement at all, and that's a national event. So I don't know why he wouldn't say anything towards this situation. Do you have anything to?
Well, I mean, it's our current president. I mean, we could, you know, they got a caravan coming, which is another story in and of itself, with Latinos coming to the border apparently
Right.
in a caravan, and President Trump has vowed they will be turned away.
Mm-hmm.
When I thought about it earlier today, that's the potential for a powder keg. I was watching one TV news outlet, and they were showing Americans who are going to meet the people at the caravan, the ones who are pro DACA and everything. Well, you can damn well guarantee There's going to be an element of people who are going to meet them at the border who want to see them turned away. These are American citizens on our side of the fence.
Okay.
I could only imagine if those two ideologies get together,
Right.
and they're not going to like each other. This caravan border situation has the potential to blow up into something very ugly.
Okay. One last thing we could talk about. Well, Kanye West went on a rant, a Twitter rant, and he was saying how he loves President Trump, and the black community just seemed to like. A lot of people in the black community was like, "What is he going through? Is he crazy? Is he high? Like, what's his thought process? Why is he doing this?" Because
well, all of the above, you may be right. There's something.
No, I personally felt like I knew he was promoting his new album or a series of albums that are coming out from people he's producing, including his personal works. But I just felt like he was using this opportunity because he's always been a controversial figure.
I get you. He could be using this as a marketing ploy to stay relevant. It's amazing
That's
what these
all it
people
is.
will do to stay relevant.
And
You may have a point there.
And Donald Trump did bite into that because he went online to say he and his son, by the way, went online to say that they're happy that Kanye West understands that he's for the entire country and this whole idea of making America great again.
To say you like Donald Trump, somebody could actually play him. Though he's so narcissistic about. Trump is so in love with Trump.
Right.
I mean, you could probably play the president and get and take advantage of that if you were scrupulous enough to do it.
Exactly.
But I do think Kanye may have
he may
have another mental issue, but this could very well be a simple marketing ploy for him to stay relevant, to stay controversial, which of course I would never agree with. Be true to yourself. But
it's just a marketing scheme, really. I personally feel it's a marketing scheme. The next thing with him is he married into that family. Do you know that the last week, which is the week he put out that Twitter rant, his wife went ahead and posed naked again, showing another naked part of her body. And it's like, I don't understand this family. It's like you have 2 kids now, but yet and still you out here just and it's not like she needs the money. She's wealthy.
Some people will do anything still for filthy lucre's sake.
Oh my gosh.
And to stay relevant in that world. I sometimes wonder, did love have anything to do with them? Because her mother, the Kardashian mother, she's the juggernaut, if you will, behind that whole keeping up with the Kardashian brand.
She's also managing Kanye West right now, and the other rapper who has a kid with her youngest daughter, I think Kylie.
Again,
what's his name again? I forgot the rapper's name.
That guy. Of course, they stay with black men. That
right,
seems
of
to be
course.
a constant.
He's a black guy.
And generally, somebody pointed out to me the other day at lunch, you ever notice when the Kardashian women get with a brother, that brother normally goes down the drain.
He goes down the drain mentally and
we will see.
Financially and everything.
Yeah, you got some craziness going on there. So.
But yeah, what else you want to briefly talk about? You want to talk about oh, by the way, everybody, please check out blackamericastar.com. This website is awesome. It's positive things, positive images about the black community at large. So please go and check out blackamericastar.com. Also check out empft.org. That's empft.org. That's Cliff's organization. And make sure to get a copy of my album Inspired 2. It's on mrpellc.com/inspired2. So if there's anything you want to throw in real quick,
we'll
go right
ahead.
ahead.
Today if it's okay with you.
Yeah, that. So we're gonna come back next week or maybe the end of this week with another video. But Just
I'm sure it'll be something ridiculous and crazy.
keep subscribing, sharing the videos, and telling your friends about it. Have a great one.